been shot on these beats. A lazy man gon' stop, but a grinder always gon' eat. Everybody can't do what I do, that's why I'm crushing the crew. From Chi-Town, Memphis, Tennessee, and all through the loot. I'm so fresh and so new, got a hot album too. I came out of nowhere and I'm taking all of these suckers' juice. I keep my promo on them poles, keep that powder out my nose. I'm staying focused, man, with a million copies sold. Say my name.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Say my name. Stayed on my green. I ain't never gonna let nobody talk me out of running with my team. Y'all know what I mean. It's money hungry fiends. They think they can outsmart you by selling you a dream. But I ain't cause I'm bread making homie. And they can't figure me out because they really don't know me. You got that paper, show me. My mama didn't name me Toby. These suckers want slaves, but I'm shaking them like Kobe. It's real in the field. I'm
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Pointing at you, ready to kill. These suckers better chill. But I ask brother Will, the king is in the building, so you haters take a meal. Say my name. What's my name? Say my name.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's up with y'all? Look, man, I had to stream this one on Twitch also because, you know, I early in the day wasn't feeling quite myself and well, so I had to take a little time off. And this afternoon, it was only one game that went on, so therefore, it was one game, and I will cover that game in the morning when I open up at 8 o'clock. But I know you guys are saying, bro, Claude, how you doing something at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning now, and you online with us right now at 2? Well, this is a serious subject to me. Sophie Cunningham, for all of the people that I have to speak up for and with, for all of the people that I have to say something about and for, is Sophie Cunningham, ironically. And Cheryl Reeves, Natalie, Nakase, and the WNBA leaves Sophie Cunningham standing alone. Welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show. This is SERVN Sports ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. What's up, K-Sap? Shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. Shout out to Get That Off Your Chest podcast. Go over and subscribe. Please subscribe here if you're new here. And what we talk about here is reality and sports. Okay? This is not a general X and O channel, but I do X and O's. For those that understand and been with me for a while, everybody will tell you that I know this game. This game right here, I do know and grew up playing this game, loving this game, being about this game, and of course, talking about this game. So we're going to get right on into it. Before then, I want to say what's up to my nephew, Jabari, whoever's in the house. I was going to make a video, guys, but I decided not to because guess what? It's 2 in the morning, and I'm just like, well, forget it. I'm going to just go live and let those people who are woke to be able to look and listen and tune in to the subject that I'm about to talk about because it's necessary. It's very necessary to me because I'm a man with 8 daughters. I'm a man that stands up for women. And I'm also am a man that believes in no nation can stand stronger or higher than its woman. There'll be no nation that can be as strong as its woman. And I believe that this subject, what's up, boss? Good morning. This subject, I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling well earlier. But Sophie Cunningham seems to be all alone. And I tried not to say something about it days ago. I tried to get out of it days ago, but as it's catching arms and legs, what are we in this society now? This is just my opinion, and my opinion alone. My colleagues have nothing to do with what I'm saying. But I'm going to say it because I am a girl's dad, and I am a husband of 31 years, and I am a son, a nephew, and a brother, a cousin. I will have to say that this is one of the most hijacked situations that anyone can ever witness. This is one of the most hijacked subjects that anybody will talk. And I see Sophie Cunningham standing all alone because the other girls in the WNBA, I don't know the facts of it, but it seems like that they're scared. It seems like that they're afraid to speak out about this subject. It seems like they're keeping their mouths shut. Because I know some of them feel some type of self-guilt or some type of camaraderie or whatever have you because they're part of the LGBTQ community. So they don't want to be seen a certain way or taking a certain stand, which is 50% or more of the girls that's in this league. But if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, the great Malcolm X said. And you're a fool to think that you're going to let this subject pass me and I'm going to just be quiet about it. I think that Sophie Cunningham is all alone. And Sophie, I stand with you in what you said. There should not be any man that wants to change, or a woman that wants to have a transition of sex and then come into the boys or the girls club in the personal and private areas, being that you was not born that way. You're taking a conscious choice to change a gender of yours, a surgery or a condition of mind, mentality to change. To change is a serious thing that we have to talk about. The definition of change. The definition of change is the word to make or become different, or to replace one thing with another. It functions as both a verb and a noun. covering actions like transformation and object, swapping, clothes, sex, money, coins, or different things that you want to put into the subject. It also goes under alterations. You're altering something that is original. A lot of people respect me because they see me as a truth teller. And the truth of the matter these days, the goddamn truth gets you in trouble. The truth gets you in trouble. You don't want the truth because you can't handle the truth, because you got to look at your filthy mind. You don't want the truth because the truth reminds you of actually what it is. You don't want the truth because the truth uncovers your lies, your dissatisfaction, your hidden personalities or hidden lies and fabrications. You don't want the truth. This country is going to hell in a handbasket when we can let our citizens, our people, the American people, the American public stand on lies, stand on not the actual way that it actually is. This country that I fought for, that I love, is becoming weaker and weaker in itself because of lies. You cannot be strong when you're lying. When something is real, you can stand on real and it'll always be there. It's going to be there continuously. When it's real, when this is real, you can't remove it because it exists. But when it's false, it can just renewed, be readjusted, and continuously be an illusion in your eyes. This is a subject that I want to say, hey, my sister, Shirley Kimber, I know you're going to watch, but Brother Henry, also, I want to tell you guys that I can't let this pass, because the way that this society is going, we can't let our children be taken and captured and hypnotized and magnetized and synthesized, because I don't apologize. Bars. Y'all already know I find comedy in things. But the biggest comedy, the biggest joke, is to try to put men and women places where they don't belong, and men and women in men places and spaces where they just don't belong. There is a certain thing of male and female chromosomes. There is a such thing as penis and vagina. There is a such thing as testicles and ovaries. There's a such thing as those coming together and making a baby. This is the use of us as human beings and humankind. This is what God intended us to be, because he put us all here to become that format. So I know, to my atheists, I understand that you don't believe in that, and those who are my science and Scientologists and all of those ones in that subject, in that realm, I get it. But this ain't no do it and give it the way you want to have it. No. If you got a batting ball, you got a batting ball. And if you choose to take the bat out of the hand and remove the ball from the glove, that still don't mean, because of this right here, that don't mean it ain't what it is. You can go and mask it. You could put a mask over it. You know, my daddy used to say, you could give me a plate, a nice porcelain plate, and put shit on it. Put whipped cream all on it, to put it on top of it to cover it. And then put a nice cherry on top of the whipped cream. But at the bottom of that plate is still shit. And this is what Cheryl Reeves and Natalie Nakase cowardly are doing to the young ladies that is in this league, that handcuffs them. And this is why we talk about slavery. You're making it as if what you're saying is deliberate and actual facts. Good morning, Revenue T. I miss you and love you. But the reality of it is, a bug is a bug. It's different types of bugs. There are ants, there are flies, there's mosquitoes, there's ticks, there's locusts, there's grasshoppers. Those are insects, different species of it. But an insect is an insect. Hell, the way you going, an insect can say that they are human beings. The madness of it all, the slope of it all, the disgusting tricks of it all. You're playing like Houdini. You're playing a magical trick like a magician. And you're trying to make people in the society actually believe that you believe in that. But you don't. Cheryl Reeves, you're a liar and a hypocrite. Natalie Nakase, you were very weak in running away from the podium talking about inclusional. Inclusional, my ass. It's just some spaces that men belong, in some spaces that women belong, and it ain't got shit to do with old school. It got something to do about reality. And Cheryl Reeves have failure of reality. Have failure. There will never be a time, there will never be a place where a man can produce himself to naturally have a baby. There will be never a time where a woman can shoot out sperm to make a baby. Sophie Cunningham was telling the truth. Sophie Cunningham was speaking facts. Sophie Cunningham was telling you that no, I don't want no man in the locker room seeing my naked body when I shower, because he's pretending to be a woman. or he's mentally transitioning himself and formulating his mind to become a woman because that's what he wants to be. I'm just telling you, this is not a hate speech. This is not a hate video. This is just talking to the American people about what it really is about. It has nothing to do with Republican, and it has nothing to do about Democrat. No, it doesn't even have anything to do with if you're Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're Jewish, it doesn't have anything to do with none of those things. But one thing in similarities, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. And the truth of the matter is that Sophie Cunningham could never be wrong in this situation. What's up, Juice? Sophie Cunningham could not be more right at anything that she said on any type of platform. And the girls are cowardly, standing by and letting Sophie Cunningham be hammered by these alphabet letter trans whatever with the T there. You guys talk about hate. Well, look at the transgender and what they're doing and leaving in Sophie Cunningham's damn inbox and DM. What about that, Cheryl Reeves? Oh, people do. No. Don't play games, because this is a situation where truth have to stand. I thought I'd never be able to really stand with certain things that Stephen A. says. I rarely agree with what he says, but here's Cheryl Reeves and what she said.
In terms of my views, as I said last week, I come from a space of inclusion, and the narrative that I think that is problematic is to suggest that number one, that transgender athletes are the biggest problem in women's sports. And I think this is what's bothersome, is that there's a faction of people in our country that are making this a massive issue. We have some issues. Number one, we need to protect trans kids. Every kid, to me, it's a human rights issue. Every kid has a right to sports, regardless of gender diverse, transgender. Every kid has the right to access. Now, what gets nuanced is, when you're beyond puberty, when you're in Olympic sport, when you have scholarships and that sort of thing. That's where I say that common sense people get together and you find common ground to find a way to be inclusive. The answer isn't no. It is not the case that we have, quote, biological men in girls' locker rooms. It's the way it's being phrased, the innuendo there that somehow transgender women are predators of some kind in the locker room. There's a lot of narrative that is problematic that we need to address. That is simply not what's happening. I think we can take on the issue. There are more and more transgenders in our country as years go by. There's going to come a time. I've encouraged, just years ago, I encouraged the WNBA leadership. What's our stance? What are we going to do when this occurs? Are we going to be ready? Are we going to be reactionary? And so I think it would make sense for our league to be leaders in this space. And there's again, I don't want to go into detail. There's a lot of nuanced issues when it comes to science and hormone therapy, et cetera. I've chosen to educate myself about the space. I've chosen to listen to transgender families, and what I know is exclusion is not the answer. In terms of
What a coward. What a coward. What a coward. Cheryl Reeves, you're not being brave. You're being cowardly, and you're playing with people's lives. You're playing a game of existing. You're playing a game of trying to, tote the line. Are we going to be ready when this happens? Hell no. A man is a man. A woman is a woman. What is the problem with Cheryl Reeves that you advocate, that you have a wife? What is the problem of saying I'm a woman and I stand for women's rights? Because in this country, I also do remember no matter what color you was as a woman, you also couldn't vote. I do remember in one time that all women will be abused in no matter what in this country. And nothing or no one would say anything. I'm just saying that this here is so cowardly by Cheryl Reeves talking about inclusional. You bet not, goddammit, include your whatever male child to bring it in the bathroom with my female child at no time while she using the potty. What type of sick joke is you playing right now? This is not something that everybody want to tackle, but I know I can handle it. And this is a subject that everybody should learn from. Girls will be girls, and boys will be boys. And the sick ones, the people who are now looking at as an outside view or something that they want to educate you on. No, you can't educate me on something that I was born. You don't need no education. I need to study on how more of a man that I am, that I should not be something else, that I was born, that I have a opening to do something else, another sex that I wasn't born. No, you can't take that away from me. And you're not going to play mind games, because that's a Jedi mind trick if I ever seen one. This is a Jedi mind trick if I ever seen one. And I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I will never, as long as we are here, walking this earth, I will never let it be okay for a woman to invade men's spaces. Can it be all right? And a man definitely invade a woman's private sanctuary. What are you falling for? What are you doing? What are you speaking about? But to show you how cowardly that coat, the coat of coaching. See, it's a coach's coat, it's a GM coat, it's a player's coat, it's an LGBTQ coat, it's a straight woman's coat, it's a coat everywhere. It's an owner's coat. I don't care, in this league, because now in this league becomes factions. We don't have that in the NBA, in the male subjects of play. The worst thing that a man probably could do when it was coming to playing male sports is just to say he's gay. That's the worst thing, maybe on that. And that's no problem. You sleep with who you sleep with. Nobody cares about who you sleep with. I don't care about who you sleep with. Who cares? But for you to go and attack my livelihood, my children, my grandchildren, for you to go and try to play games with their mind and have acceptability of being something that they're not. And this, guys, come from that second place trophy shit that we're dealing with right now. In the WNBA, the second place trophy gets the biggest clap. Oh, you came in second place. You're so good. There's a such thing as winners and losers. In this inclusional period that they're trying to bring upon us, they want to include the losers with the winners. So therefore, the celebration of you accomplishing something, the actual victor, cannot just stand alone in their own greatness of any of the thing that they've done. They put a damper on the light, and you guys got to see that this is trash. They're crying in heaven right now. They're crying in heaven for what is going on about this type of subject, about men coming into female sports. Ain't this the WNBA? Stand for women in total, right? Ain't this the WNBA? Women, where are your voices? You're scared because you don't want to lose the endorsement with the people that think like how Cheryl Reeve thinks. You don't want to lose money or be kicked out or lose whatever it is because Natalie Nakase say it's okay. This is a women's sport. This is a woman's league. You can't just up and say you're a woman and you born a man, and then you get to play with women that are inferior muscular wise, because if a man and a woman work out and do the same type of workout, the muscle intensity is science. It's science. So those who want to take the godly and all of that stuff, it's science. Their muscle, the muscles that we have will be 2 times as strong as a woman in strength. It's just facts. It's genetics. Cherise, let me educate you on genetics, because I'm sure you know, but you play this game with the young ladies and then you handcuff your own team. You handcuff your own league. You handcuff the women that are straight women that wants to be straight women and stand for straight women. You try to put them in a box and handcuff them because they're straight and don't believe in doing the other. But they're straight women. You could do whatever you want to do. But your transformation of you trying to put men into this sport is diabolical. It's outrageous. There's a higher power that's going to speak to us all. There's a higher power, whether you believe it or not, that's going to destroy all of this. You can get mad at me. I don't give a damn. But I'm going to tell the truth. And I'm going to stand at truth's door. So help me God.
Sports is about belonging. It's about inclusivity. It's about allowing everyone to be. This has been Sophie Cunningham and the protests for her and protests against her. And, you know, they had a national televised game today and Cheryl, you know, wore a shirt, and it's just a conversation. I'm wondering, just what do you think about it? Do you think that's good for the league? Does it detract from the basketball? Is it just noise? I'm just wondering what your opinion is.
If I could answer with, like, for me, sports is about belonging. It's about inclusivity.
Sports is not about belonging. Sports is about competitive and competing. See, that's what they do, you guys. They play with words. Sports is about being inclusional. Yeah, everybody that know how to play the game is included to be able to play the sport, but they play with words. Listen, these are magicians. These are Jedis that you looking at. And she, no pun intended that she's Asian. No pun intended. But these are Jedis. Man tricks.
It's about allowing everyone to be their authentic self. I'm big on that just because I have been criticized for my height, for my ethnicity. I've been in those "you shouldn't belong here" many times. And for me, I don't want that space, especially Golden State, to ever feel like that. So I'm all about women, little girls deserving to play, and that includes trans women. So I'm all about.
You're a damn lie. Trans women is not a woman in reality. It's a man that transitioned into being a woman. Natalie, Nakase. So that's not a woman of birth. That's a woman of transformation. I've never agreed with Stephen A. much so more. And Stephen A. Smith, sometimes he really gets on my damn nerves. But I got to agree with him in this subject, about this subject. This is a shame that we have to have people that are in leadership play games with children, little babies. They're going after your babies. Protect your babies, protect your little girls, protect your little boys, because they're going after the babies with this ideology and rhetoric, with this imaginary workshop that they're doing. Stephen A. Smith tells you a little bit more.
Subject that I will openly admit is going to be highly sensitive. Some people are going to try to politicize it. It's not about politics to me. It's a sports story. But I don't give a damn how you feel. I'm not running from it. And that involves the WNBA coach. Her name is Cheryl Reeve. She's a coach in the WNBA. She is the coach of the Minnesota Lynx. And during this weekend, in a game against the Indiana Fever, she was seen wearing a "Trans Kid Belong" t-shirt.
God damn.
I'm going to repeat that. "Trans Kid Belong" t-shirt on Sunday during the game following the remarks from Indiana Fever player SOPHIE Cunningham.
Oh my God.
You remember this came after SOPHIE Cunningham defended her past statements on protecting girls from playing sports with transgender athletes. During an ESPN interview, Cunningham denied reports that she hates transgender people but wants to protect girls. If you remember, her quote was, "I think that I am here to extend love, but I also think with that love is truth, being honest. And I want to protect young girls in the locker room or young girls in sport who shouldn't have to go against biological men." On several occasions in the past, I've interviewed somebody by the name of Riley Gaines, who's a longtime advocate for biological men staying out of women's sports. Let me state for the record, I've interviewed Riley Gaines on at least 2 occasions. And I completely support Riley Gaines' position.
Me too.
Her resume speaks for itself, what she was as a swimmer. But I happen to also think she's a fantastic person to talk to, a highly intelligent young lady who's principled. And the thing that shocks me is, like, this is not a conversation about being anti-anything. This is a conversation about being pro-girls. Ladies and gentlemen, at some point in time, there has to be the return of common sense. This is not about preaching hate. Nobody is supporting that on this show. Nobody should be supporting that in our society. I am a live and let live kind of guy.
Me too.
I'm conservative fiscally. I can't stand paying these damn high taxes in states like New York, New Jersey, and California. But I'm pretty damn liberal with everything else, meaning live and let live. Until this issue came along. This is not about looking at people who are trans and hating on them or wanting to be denied their civil rights and civil liberties.
I agree 1,000 fucking percent. 1%. 1,000.
Who the fuck you think you fucking with?
I'm just saying, you're not messing with me. You're not messing with me. Because it's a laughable thing. It's a laughable thing. To sit up here and try to fool us and play with our minds. You could absolutely get
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
because Cheryl Reeves actually don't think nuts have anything to do with it. Cheryl Reeves don't think that nuts don't have anything to do with them being stronger, bigger, broader, and more of a strength in the mind type of thing. What's up, MDT? I see you in the building, Miss D. I love y'all. What's happening? I couldn't sleep, so I'm gonna drop the link. On this show. I didn't know so many people was gonna be up. I didn't know that this subject even mattered to some people. I didn't know that we were gonna try to be fooled. MDT, thank you for the 40 joules, Uncle Alert. I'm just here trying to teach these people something. I'm trying to hold on because I'm one of the old heads that's in my circle. I'm one of the oldest, the elders, to speak some type of common goddamn sense. I'm one of the people that sit here, that has to be here, that lived a little bit of a black man from the ghetto, to be able to be here and exist with you guys. I'm here to talk about how cowardly Cheryl Reeves and Natalie Nakase is, and how they're subliminally handcuffing women. They're doing handcuffing these girls, the straight girls especially, that's in this league. You are to also, Natalie Nakase and Cheryl Reeves, think about the girls that are straight. It's more straight girls than just Caitlin Clark. It's more straight girls than Asia Wilson. It's a lot of straight girls that play this sport that's uncomfortable with being forced to be LGBTQ or to be a T, and to accept a T into their showers where they put their panties on, where they put their brassiere, their bra on, where they put their tampons on. Yeah, I'm going there. Because a transgender can never bleed monthly. They don't have the DNA to have a period. See, those are uncomfortable conversations. If you can't have a period, well, damn it, you get your ass out of that locker room. If you cannot produce sperm, well, damn it, you shouldn't be in that locker room. If you cannot produce a baby from your insides, the machine, the mechanics that God gave you, the original, custom-made, original, natural, surface and internal, if you can't produce a baby from that on the inside to hold it 9 months and give it everything that it needs, you should not be in that space. This is wrong, wrong, wrong. And I know they're going to probably try to clip this. But Brother K-Sap, I have to tell the truth. And I have to stand for righteousness. And I have to stand for real because we're real people. And I stand with Sophie Cunningham. Listen, Sophie, if it was ever a time that you needed a brother to stand behind you, I stand behind you on that subject because you was telling the truth and you stand your ground. And us, see, this is what this type of channel is made for, to stand on truth. Keep the main thing the main thing. Don't be throwing my ass off with the other bull stuff. See, then you bring something else out of me. You bring another side out of me that you didn't even have to do. We can be friends. We could be homies. We could see each other. But one thing about it, you're not going to make me, walaikum salam, brother, make me into something else. You're not going to be able to steal my children. Because in my home, see, we used to be talking about, oh, they're not being raised right. The daddies, the black daddies. It was all types of prototypes and stereotypes. We're not talking about that, Cheryl Reeves. God dog it. We're talking about someone having a sex change and going into another sex that they wasn't born in their spaces. God damn it alive. What is the hell is the problem? And you know exactly, you know this. So that means you even more wicked and diabolical because you know the reality and the truth of it all. And you chose the game that Caitlin Clark was playing, where it was going to be more and more eyes on everything. I agree. That just didn't happen, family. Chat, that just didn't happen. Cheryl Reeves knew what she was doing, had it set up and ready for all the eyes to view, to put her campaign out there. Transgender kids, oh my God. You mean where the front is not even developed? Well, you have to mold the hand when a child is born. You mold their heads. And my mom showed me how to do with my children on how to mold the head to make sure to put the coin on the belly button. And when he gets a certain circumcision, what to do with that and what she has to have done. Because when her mom was sick, I had to keep and change the diaper. What y'all talking about, what that pamper looked like, that diaper, what was in that diaper, that's what the hell your ass is. And you deal with it. You want to change what was in the diaper. Oh, but I feel like I was supposed to be born a man. That's what you feel. You were born a woman. What's in the diaper? What's in the diaper? Oh, I feel so much like a woman. What was in the diaper? Testicles, balls, and bats was in that diaper. That's what you were born with. That's who you are. That's your natural and true self. What's the problem? You hate yourself so much that you transform yourself to others. It's okay if you love yourself to make you who you truly feel like you are. Well, keep that to yourself. That's fine if that's what you want to do. But don't sit here, Cheryl Reeves, and give us this campaign. This big, tremendous campaign, you and the cowardly Natalie Nakase, to try to educate Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham knows exactly who she is. Sophie Cunningham knows exactly what she got between her legs. No disrespect or disgusting talk. She knows exactly what her femininity is. She has no problem of being a woman in her space. And she has every right to not include people who was not born like her. She has every right to speak on how it makes her feel uncomfortable. So Cheryl Reeves, on how it makes her feel uncomfortable. So you want a pedophile to go around children, and how you want the pedophile to roam around children to make them feel uncomfortable, and you telling them, shh, you shouldn't feel uncomfortable. You have to understand what he's thinking. This is what the game that you're playing, Cheryl Reeves, in actuality, in reality, and you're going to get upset because I use that, but that is what it is. People like Sophie Cunningham are uncomfortable with it, and you're trying to tell them, relax, relax. It's about what we're trying to relax. Don't feel uncomfortable. No, that's a man. I don't want my properties to be seen and shown by a man in my locker room. You cannot fool the people. The people gonna always stick to the truth and the root of things. The American people cannot be fooled. The real American people, the ones that's not making the millions of dollars that Cheryl Reeves is making millions of dollars on her brand. Us, those, the ones that has to really truly get it out the mud. The society, the multitude of us that makes the world go round, the blue collar worker, the one that gets up that every single day gotta walk out the door so that they can have a plate to put on the table for their families. That is real. We don't have time to have a onslaught of what you got going on because you make millions of dollars in money to play games with people's minds. What money got to do with it? Because this is what some of those type of people think of. You have nothing else to think about? Then the plate to attack the American people on what they should be educated on, when we know that the multitude of the American people know if they were born women or men. The multitude, 100%, every human being that walked this planet Earth know what they were born. But you playing games. What else do you have to educate us on? Nothing else. You're playing tricks, and you or doing the Jedi. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. It's inclusional. Knock it off, Cheryl Reeves. Because I feel like my daughters are under attack in what I and their mother have raised them to be a good citizen and not judge anyone else's thoughts or what they want to be. But this is what we are. So I'm not going to let you invade my door, my house, with your nonsense. You keep it at your door or you go invade other people who let you in. But I'm definitely not going to open up the door for you and your nonsense. What's up, MDT? What's happening? Why you up so late?
How you doing?
I'm all good, man. How you doing? I'm all right, man. I'm just aggravated and I'm actually tired of them.
Here we go.
Games.
Doesn't this sound familiar, bro, Claude? We've been here before, my friend.
Drama. Drama all the
okay.
time with these women.
Yes,
what the
yes.
hell is going on?
Well, I can give you a little bit of insight from my perspective, if you may.
Yeah.
Okay, so 80% of, and they've done polling on this, agree with Sophie Cunningham on this issue.
Of course they do.
A lot of support. 27 states have outright banned this in sports, in schools, and then Trump passed the executive order to banning it in NCAA.
Yes.
So far as I know, the WNBA has never had a transgender man play basketball or female, however you want to characterize that. So my issue is what you just mentioned a moment ago of just the drama. To me, it was an unforced error to even talk about this, because what happened after that? It enters the discourse. You're talking about it. Everyone else is talking about it. It's on Fox, CNN, and MSNBC. Megyn Kelly's weighing in on it. Everybody's talking about it. And if you don't have her saying those comments, then these coaches aren't making their demonstration like you were just talking about.
Yes.
This whole situation is avoided. Because you and I weren't talking about this 3 months ago when I met you.
No.
We weren't talking about the last time we were on live. We were fatigued about other drama, but not this drama, right?
No.
So I just don't know why we have to keep doing this. I said this on another person's live just a little while ago about Engelbert or her bosses really needed to send out a memo about 5 weeks ago. Telling everybody, GMs, coaches, owners, players, agents, we need to be pulling all in the same direction, because everybody's looking at us. Everyone is looking for a story. Everybody wants to scrutinize you for a variety of reasons. And I think I mentioned this on your show. Because you're a female league, the only major female league, women's league in the United States that actually does good business. The only one. Yeah. We have a bunch of African-American players. So that makes another, for whatever reason, we have to keep talking about African-American players as if there's some issue with that. And then you add a lot of the players, or not all, a lot of them, but some of the players are gay. So we introduce that, and they can never grow tired of this. And then you get the players who are sort of girl bosses, have their own branding. And that becomes an issue all of a sudden, and we could just never, ever, ever leave it alone. And it goes back to what you just said about a couple minutes ago. You and I become fatigued when we want to talk about basketball, right? So the other day, when you're laughing at me about the fever loss,
right?
And I was solemn, and I took the L. I listened to it all day long. Everybody was happy, but I imagine for some people in the chat and in the AR5 space, you were also a little unhappy last night too. So Absolutely. We're all a little fatigued, all a little disappointed, and that's the kind of disappointment we want about basketball, not because
Yes.
somebody said this, not because somebody said that, not because you cast aspersions about a certain player. So that's what I got.
Man, look, I appreciate it. It's always something with these people within this league.
Yes.
Natalie Nakase should lose her space because they need to see she does not have the foresight of social differences and complications. She has the foresight of numeric problems, which is good for this league at the time that she was here. But now they have to have a double-edged sword type of person. I don't know where that person or whether that person exists, but I'm sure that type of person has to exist on this earth where you can be able to have a cognate mind to understand social wars and social events and social spaces and what it is and what it means to be aware of what you're dealing with. Okay.
Yeah.
80 plus percent of people agree with Sophie. That means that it's 10 to 15% trying to draw the illusion of everyone else is wrong. Everyone else who feels that they were born men or women, you guys are wrong.
I'll tell you what, and I understand the folks that are spending this likely have affiliations with LGBTQ, but I don't think this is the hill that you want to die on. I don't think these two need to be related. Those could be separate. I wonder if that's where the 15-20% that you're talking about feels so strongly about this, but this was a non-issue for a long time, bro, Clyde. We were not talking about it at all. It seemed that to some degree was already settled, and here we are. I would rather talk basketball with you. I'd rather have you poke fun at me after a fever loss than do this.
And here we go. Like, here we go. We can't get rid of the bullshit. We can't get rid of I had one good day, even though Angel and the Dream lost, even though the Sky lost, Sydney Taylor was hurt.
Yeah. By the way, my condolences on that. I was feeling for her. I was watching that game when she went out. That bothered me too. I don't like that. I want to see the good players play.
It's a black cloud. That's all I can tell you.
You'll be all right. I was looking at your cap space for next year. You got some wiggle room. It's just the picks are going to screw you up because you won't be able to fulfill. But here's what you need to do. You need to call Jeff, get in his ear, and say, hey, listen, you need to go to Europe. You need to go to Australia. You need to go to Germany. You need to go to the Middle East. You need to go to Mexico and Brazil. Start looking under rocks for players.
Well, I disagree. I think everything that he needs is in that draft at 9 and 11. If he's in late, he's still going to be in the first round, and he still has 2 picks in the first round. 9 and 11. 9, if the Mystics beat them this year, they're going to be at 9. But if they beat the Mystics this year, they're going to be at 2, which is Hannah Hidalgo. And so their goal right now is to catch up with the Mystics. That's their goal.
Isn't it that if the Mystics finish better than the Chicago, then the Mystics get that pick, and then if the Chicago finishes better, then they get to keep their own pick. Isn't that how that works?
Yes, they get to keep the number.
That's what I figured.
So
that's what I figured.
They're not trying to really do something in the playoffs like that. They're trying to catch the Mystics. They're trying to actually catch the Mystics in the league. They're
how far are you behind? Do you know off the top of your head? Let me look. I got you.
But yeah, no, I don't. I work with facts. I don't do it off. You know what I mean? You know me.
You know how I do that too.
I'm concentrated.
By the way, I was listening to a couple nights ago when you were on when you were with KSAP and MSL, And he said that I was ducking you.
Yeah, MSL say, "Oh, you ducking bro Claw right about now."
I'm not ducking anyone. It's just, sometimes like when you guys are talking about AR5 and AR5 adjacent, Chicago Sky and Aces, it's not always appropriate for me to be on. It's not because
Right.
you
You
don't
pick
want to
your
talk about fever,
right.
right?
You pick your time and to be on that platform. But you know what? I don't mind you.
I
Look,
know you don't.
I don't
I know you
mind. You're one of my friends now here in the space, and me and you are able to show people that Fever fans and Angel Reese fans can exist.
Mm-hmm. And I want to do this. I want to propose this to you. So maybe we should get contact information. So when you plan on having a perspective like mine on, I can come on for a little bit, right? I don't
Yeah.
know if that would work for you. I would
Just
be.
you got my Instagram, right?
I don't have your Instagram, but I think I have your email off YouTube. I think it shows it there. I can do that.
Yeah,
Would that
the
work
email.
for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
and
think that would work better. That way, it's I don't have to just show up and then see what's talking about, and then when you want something, then I can do a little research and
oh
hey,
yeah.
what do you think about this?
Oh, absolutely. You already know you have a
Yeah.
friend in me. You already
Yes.
know that. So, me personally, I get along with people and respect people long as they get along and respect me. And that's the bottom. I put it in the chat also. Chat,
Okay.
that's my Instagram.
Okay.
But I would say at the end of the day, they're not going to get away with trying to do this transgender inclusional thing as long as us, the people, the American people, stand in solidarity that this is wrong. You can do whatever you want to do, but don't invade the spaces of the people. What's up, B. Bickham?
Okay. Looks like
Don't,
we've
don't,
got something here, Bro Claude, if I may. Could you bring up
okay.
Bob Jones's comment, his last one?
Okay.
If you don't mind getting back to basketball, and I support you. I mean, I know you got children. A lot of other people have children, and this is a real important deal. So, just again, man, my only issue with it is that we didn't need to go here, and we did. And
We
I
did
imagine,
not go here. We did not have to be here.
yeah,
Bob
I
Jones.
imagine there's some
Bob
people in
Jones.
Indiana right now that are a little bit unhappy with this. Just what happened, just the rhetoric and the narrative. So, I would not be surprised, and I'll say this for everybody to hear, if Sophie's not back with that team next year.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Just from the noise. Just from the noise. Did you get that comment, Bro Claude?
Bob Jones comment. Okay, hold on a second. Comment. What he comment on? MDT, what he comment
Claude,
on?
I don't think I can hear you.
Okay, you probably have to go in and out.
Oh,
Hey,
there you go. I got you.
what
So,
did he comment?
This is what he said. He said, MDT, what are your thoughts on what would happen if Julie was signed to a contract? So
Is that what you're talking about?
yeah. So what is Julie's contract situation, Bro Claude? Do you know this off the top of your head?
Who is Julie?
Or wait. Oh, I don't know who Julie is. Okay, I thought she was talking about Sluty. Never mind.
Oh, Sluty. Nah.
I don't want to get Bro Claude started on Sluty. He's gonna go to the Sluty no booty stuff.
What are your thoughts on what would happen if Julie was signed to a contract? Who is Julie?
I think somebody was talking about there's some player that's I think there's some questions about said player's gender. I don't know what that's about.
Okay, let me see.
Vandersloot, yeah, okay. Vandersloot's multi-year. Oh.
Yeah, Vandersloot here to next year. She got 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I don't see a WNBA team signing a trans player. I don't see that happening at all. It's too hot right now. Bro
Man,
Claude would lose his shit. Excuse my language,
I'll
but
lose. I'll be done. No, seriously, I'll be done with the WNBA.
yeah, a lot of folks feel that way, man.
I'm gonna move.
A lot of
I'm gonna move
folks.
on. If the WNBA put men that is transformed into women in the league, I'm done watching. I'm done. I'll stick to my basketball with men and my unrivaled. I'll catch them in unrivaled, and I'll catch them in the college games. But women, born women's basketball.
Yeah, they haven't had one in 30 years. I don't see it now. It just
Julie,
be trouble.
Julie Titard. Let me see what you.
It's a French trans player, I assume. I think that's what somebody said in the comments.
Julie Titard, a French transgender.
Yeah, here it is. Check out the next comment. Rod 44. This is great. Hits it right on the nose, bro, Claude.
DJ Rod, say, why are we having a conversation about something that's not happening in the W and that nobody brought up other than Sophie? No, that's not true. We having a conversation about something that Cheryl Reeves brought up in the conversation about answering. Sophie was just popping off and saying how she seen this French play over here that the W don't want it. It became big, so now it was small, DJ. It was a very small thing, but now it's a big thing, and it's uncomfortable. I don't know if you're a girl, Dad, so it hits different. I got 8 daughters, so it hits me different than you. So I'm talking about it because it hits me different, because me as a man, I have to protect my daughters and my daughters that play sports.
I think maybe what Rod is saying there, bro, Claude, is that sharing the same frustrations you and I, that because we're talking about it, it takes away from the basketball. That's a valid point.
J Rod is absolutely correct. He's one. I'm sick of it, J Rod. I'm sick of this shit. There's always something with these girls, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's always why we just can't stick to basketball like you said, man. You don't think your brother is tired of this shit?
I know he is. I've been on a couple lives with you. Same sentiment. We always come back to this, and it's, what are we doing? That's my question every time. What are we doing?
Man, it's crazy, and you're not wrong, J Rod. You're not wrong at all. I'm not to say it's wrong, but it got to be. I'm not gonna let something like this happen, because guess what, J Rod? That means if we don't talk about this, they don't have a voice. They don't have a voice. So why would we talk about the pedophile that comes to the Thanksgiving dinner? Why are we talking about the pedophile that's invited to the Thanksgiving dinner? We shouldn't talk about. See, that's the shit that happened in the Black community, in white community, in Spanish community. This is what, especially in the Black and Spanish community, we try not to talk about it. And we hiding things. And it gets worse. And then you have children that are affected by that type of thing. So why am I talking about it? Because I'm not going to let them get away with it. They can't. Not if I'm a content creator, and I'm a wise content creator, and I'm not just doing it for clicks. I really stand strong and firmly believe in what Sophie Cunningham stands for. I strongly stand with Sophie Cunningham in her point of view. I don't care if you think she's a dumbass.
Yeah, and it pains him to say that, what he just said. I need to clip that and put it somewhere. Saying
Allah,
he agrees with
let me
Sophie
tell you
Cunningham.
something. It pains me to say that shit. Straight up.
Not a Sophie Cunningham fan over here.
Not one. I am not a Sophie Cunningham fan at all. But what I will do is stand with Sophie, even if she is a dumbass. If I think so.
There it is.
If I think that she is, at the slightest thing, she's very intelligent woman, and she's telling the truth. And she spoke her real, authentic self. And this was really the right thing. This was the right thing that has this has a way of invading the culture. If we let it, it has a way of taking over women's basketball. If we let it, this has a way of, man, I don't want no Julie Titert, because
she's not coming.
He named herself that. That's confusing as hell. What I just said.
So
In the
you've got
French,
some comments.
You know how the French is. The French do this type of weird stuff all the time. I agree with you, man. Shouldn't play in women's sports, but we are making an issue out of something that's not happening. How many trans players have ever played in the WNBA?
0.
But she's trying to get one.
Well, here's the thing about it, though.
Because she said, get them ready. She's campaigning, brother, right now with trans kid on this t-shirt, this actual t-shirt that she's wearing in this thumbnail. She's campaigning for inclusion. She's doing it. So after so many years, you guys know the floodgates comes open. All it takes is one. The civil rights movement was here because one.
Yes.
Let me give you something that I know you already know, brother DJ J Rod. It took one to start the Civil Rights Movement Act. Did you know that, brother J Rod? It was not a collective thing. It took one who wanted to stand up. One became millions in the Civil Rights Act. They killed or unalived a Chicago little boy, and his mother kicked off the Civil Rights Act. She wanted his body to be displayed. His name was Emmett Till. And his mother displayed that, and she kicked off the Civil Rights Act. Single-handedly stood up because no one else was even talking about her son. So she made sure she called all the news in the newspapers that she was going to have an open casket in Chicago with her son being revealed. So that's a Chicago woman kicked off the civil rights movement, so that you understand what I'm talking about. It took one. That's our culture here in Chicago. That's what we do in Chicago. We expose. Even if I'm that one, it's many of us that think like this. And I just wanted to come up here tonight. I won't take too much of y'all time. I've been up here an hour already in the middle of the night. But MDT, I appreciate you coming, man.
I saw you, and I had to jump on, especially when I heard the tone and what you were talking about, and I knew it was going to be one of those fatigue conversations. So
embarrassing that generational X people. We're Gen X, Cheryl Reeves. God damn it, we didn't grow up like this shit. We Gen X. We the new leaders. God damn, you making us look bad, G. We don't go for that shit.
So, yeah, just there, in your comments, you've got folks asking why people aren't speaking up for Sophie is because it'll continue and propagate the conversation further. Their strategy is to let it just die down and go away. So naturally,
they're trying to. They suppressing it for the girls. They're scared. Some of them are scared that feels that way.
Yep.
And it's been a memo. It's been a memo after Cheryl Reeve's done that. I guarantee you they got a memo to say that not nobody else in this goddamn league say shit about this. So is that a voice?
They want it to go away. Like I said, bro, Clyde, I don't think any of this stuff helps. Doesn't help you, doesn't help me. To be just it was unforced error. Right message? Maybe. Wrong
Maybe.
person. Wrong person.
but she was right.
Yeah.
And I gotta stand for the truth. Not even if it is saying in the Holy Quran, even if an ant holds it and it's a message from God, you better listen to that ant. If an ant say I got a message from God, you better listen to it. And you better act and move.
Which, by the way, any interesting basketball talk while I'm here that you want to talk about, get into?
In the morning, we're gonna talk about that because I gotta get up. I'll be up at 8. So definitely in the morning, you invited to talk about my subject. Gonna be about the game tonight, and then of course I got a few topics that I'm gonna cover because we had an easy night, easy Tuesday because of the messed up scheduling that the WNBA happens to make during this last part of the goddamn season. So
well, you know we're going to 50 games next year, bro, Clyde. It's going to be even worse.
We're going to 50. They say maybe 52.
I think that's maybe the following year, but next year for sure 50. I think I read that. But
yeah,
could change. Yeah,
crazy. So I mean, damn. I don't want us to be guys that came on tonight with me in this hour. I don't want us to be fatigued for, you know what I mean, the situation, but you know, it is what it is. Sophie Cunningham, we stand with you. We about me and MD. We stand with you. I'm
gonna clip that.
Yeah,
and post it all over the CC Slurp. See, he's fair. I told you.
It's definitely what it is. I stand with her, and Sophie Cunningham, you're not alone. So, guys, after these messages, I'll return.
Bread House Butters and Essentials keeps my skin looking good and smelling good. Their pineapple and mango scented shea butter are my favorite.
Got a package for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I've been waiting for this.
You are very welcome. Have a great day.
Hey there.
Hey, baby, did you buy that shea butter that smell good?
You know I brought some Bread House Butters.
Nice
Bread House Butters, man. I appreciate you guys. Hey, support the shea butter. I'm an independent entrepreneur. So if you support us, I pull it up with my bootstraps and I go and work hard every day about my business. I appreciate y'all. Listen, MDT, I'll see you in the morning. And
I'll get a hold of you. I'll send you an email and we'll
please
figure all that stuff out. Okay.
And then, we'll take care of all of our, you know what I mean? We got it. Because the only reason I go to a Fever game is if you go with me.
You know, we might have to make that happen.
I'm at the games. I'm at the games anyway.
Yeah, but that would Chicago probably work better for both of us, right?
Well, I'm not doing any Chicago Sky games that's in Chicago. I'll do a Chicago Sky game in Indianapolis or in Atlanta or something else, but I I won't support Wintrust this year because of my stance against Michael Alter and Jeff Cagliosha, and the ownership and Nadia Rollinson. So I stand for something, DJ J Rod. I'm not going to support the Chicago Sky, and I haven't. It's the first time this year that I haven't supported the Chicago Sky in the Wintrust.
What if they play at the United Center for a Fever game? Would you do that?
I'm not.
No? Okay.
I'm not supporting or going to anything that cannot have any of my economical revenue. Now, I went to the All-Star game because that had to do with the WNBA in total.
Okay.
But I'm not going to go to the Wintrust and give this trash bucket of an organization a dime of my money this year. And I stand not just alone, as others that stand with me of what and how this front office have been acting. I'm not going to give them any of my active money this year until they fix it. So
what about the odds of them selling the team? Would that change your mind?
Hey, they selling the team. I'm on it.
All right.
Mike.
We'll do it then.
Mike, sell the team, Mike. So, guys.
Okay. I'll catch you.
All right, my man. I thank you for what you've done. I thank you for what you do. I thank you for what you will do. And as always, I leave as I came with another banger. Yeah, man. Hey, free these ladies from all of these ideologies. Free the ladies. Free them.
Brought me here against my will. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of a man. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, new time. We will never be slaves again.
I was born to be free, so take them cuffs off me. I mean mentally and physically. And don't be trying to taser me. My neck don't need your knee. And don't be pulling your gun on me. I don't need your punk degree. I know I'm supposed to be. See, I roll with 10,000 fearless, and we be all believers. We only roll off instructions given by a fearless leader. Man, y'all some cheaters. Your justice ain't gon' free us. Your Billy Club might can beat us, but the Savior came to free us. March on, how long? Never gonna get us nothing. Preach on, how long? My people out here suffering. We better be doing some adjusting. Politicians out here hustling. Gotta keep changing this thing. All my people just didn't die for nothing. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
Freedom. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom.
Free. We just gotta go free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. United we stand, divided we fall. Send a message to the black man, it's the final call. See, business is warfare, y'all, and it's gonna free us all. Time to better hood back, get that bread and buy some more. And when they leave the hood, what you gonna do? Are you gonna beg or plead or pull on through? Gotta spread that money with your crew. I'm spitting true game to you. Gotta get that sack, never look back, cause fraud came for you. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
We want freedom.
We just gotta go free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom. Brought me here against my will. Freedom. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. We want freedom. Built this country with our hands. Freedom. Label me 3/5 of a man. We want freedom. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love.
We will never be your slaves again.